is good, legends. Just give me a minute. I'm going to get the lines baited up and out in the water, and then I'm going to join chat. Be right with you guys. All right, we got one in the water. Hey, Stu, good to see you, buddy. We got one line in. I'm hoping for multiple bams today, but we'll see. I was going to head to the big lake, but I decided to save that for Bob's live tomorrow. All right. The geese are being especially annoying today. Yeah, you were first here. I saw you this morning, Stu. If you guys hear cars honking at all, and Ed Eastman, welcome. If you guys hear any honking sounds or stuff like that, I'll show you guys. The geese are actually trying to cross the road down here. And that's actually cars honking at them to get them off the road. They're freaking annoying today. See both poles. There we go. I know Annette will get her a wrench. Here we go. Get my chat fixed up. There we go. We'll see what happens. Originally, I scheduled the stream for 2:30. Oh, no worries, Annette. Originally, I scheduled it for 2:30. It was beautiful and sunny out this morning, and then it got really, really dull. So we're going to lose half an hour of daylight. Hey, Amanda, let's get you wrenched up. James, good to see you, my friend. There we go, James. You're all set. We just set up, buddy. Just cast it out at the beginning of the stream. So I've never been skunked yet. Last night I was on Stuart's stream live. Hey, Jason, how's it going, buddy? Rustic Redhead, good to see you. Get you a wrench. There we go. Yeah, I only caught 2 on Stewie's stream last night, but I lost 3, so kind of on me. The bite was pretty tentative, so. Hey, Scotland, how's it going? Good to see you, buddy. We got lots of Scotland represented in the house today. So hopefully this afternoon the fish cooperate. I love you too, buddy. You keep doing you things. Double A is in the house. Good to see you, Double A. Miss Buzztail coming in, did I? Hey, Buzztail, good to see you. Oh, that's okay, Stu. You're here and you've got managing status, so you know what to do, right? I know Stuart's got my back. I don't worry as much about folks not having content. It's more, Double A I've seen around the gold community a little bit and that, so I love fishing too, Danger. We'll see if it's a good afternoon, Buzztail. We'll see shortly. No worries, Stu. I just know you got my back, that's all. Oh. Gonna have to bring the minnow bucket to sit on. My knees aren't gonna stand 4 hours of squatting like that. On the bright side, though, the water is like a sheet of glass today. See if we can get a repeat of last night. Stewie called me over to chat. I was on his panel. We were on StreamYards on panel, and the little rod went down just as I turned around to chat with him. The rod went down. Stuart's like, "You left rod. I had to run back and grab it. We ended up pulling in a little pike. It was good. I actually went back, Stu, and watched your stream just so I could see that. So yeah, normally Sundays I do gold content, so sluicing for gold and processing concentrates and stuff like that. But my concentrates are up at the camp, and there's somebody's toy haulers in front of the shed, so I said, the hell with it, I'll just go fishing. Which really twists my arm. I didn't really need an excuse to go fishing. But it's nice here, just a little tiny bit of a breeze. Not like the other day where I couldn't tell if my rods were getting tapped because the wind was knocking them all over the place. Yeah, Michigan, that's for sure. I am a goose hunter. Unfortunately, we can't hunt here. We're in town, but out near my place at the lake, which is just, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes west of here, I limit out pretty much every morning I want to go. Can only put so much goose jerky in the fridge. Get Michigan a wrench. I've seen Michigan around. Romano, we're fishing for pike and bass today. And yeah, Michigan, I'm in Ontario, Canada. Eastern Ontario, Canada, to be specific. Let me just grab my minnow pail so I got something to sit on. It's not terrible, Stu. It's about 6 degrees Celsius here today. I decided to do something smart for a change. I drilled a hole in the top of my minnow pail. So now I can run my aerator into the bucket and still sit on it without pinching my cord, or my hose, I should say. There we go. Yeah, it's the geese are kind of crazy. For some reason, they're right over here on this shore here. Like I was saying earlier, there's cars coming by honking to get them off the road. Just geese doing geese things, I guess. Hey, web shooter. Good to see you, buddy. I don't even want to talk about that Michigan gun dog. It's a 4-letter word that starts with S in my books. Actually got my deer this morning too, actually. Got a nice 8-point hanging this morning. Cheers, keep digging. Hey, B&K, good to see you, my friend. We just, nothing yet. We just tossed the lines out about 5 minutes ago. Yeah, so it's 6 degrees Celsius here. Tomorrow it's going down below the freezing. I'm going to be fishing live on Anything Is Possible's panel. Stuart will be hanging out there as well. And holy smokes, it's going to be cold for me. So I'll be bundled up, probably wearing the long johns and every other thing. Hey, Wendy, Brian Kerr, the real life. Good to see you guys. Get you a wrench. Barry, welcome, buddy. That's gold. What a ripper. And that guy a wrench. No gold processing today, that's gold. My cons are up at my hunt camp, and some guy's got his toy hauler parked in front of it, so I couldn't even get to them if I wanted to. 90 degrees, or 80 degrees even, holy smokes. Out of all your life, what would be the best advice for the young generation? Get outside. So if you notice the title of this live stream, it talks about mental health. And I think, a lot of people suffer from mental health issues, especially this time of year when it's starting to get cold and gloomy and gray. And a lot of that what makes it worse is today's generation doesn't get outside, doesn't get sun, doesn't get fresh air. That's my advice to the younger generation. Get outside. Need a fishy to warm up. Well, they'll come. I hope. There's a woman down there. Hey, troubled one. Woman down there walking her dog, pushing all the geese this way. Yeah, searching for a purpose. I'll give you a wrench. I do recognize you, my friend. You'll notice myself. I was in the military myself, and I am wearing my poppy today. Tomorrow is in Canada here we call it Remembrance Day, but same idea as your Veterans Day. And I think it's a good thing that they're on your mind. I mean, they sacrificed a lot so that both of our countries, both the United States, Canada, Stuart's and Wendy are in Scotland. Our troops sacrificed a lot for our freedom, and they should be on your mind this time of year. Doing good, T.O. Hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, we'll start it off. We got the 2 rods in with live bait and live minnows on them. And we're just going to chill out. And worst comes to worst, I've got a 3rd rod with a bobber on it. Hey, PA Outdoors couple, how's it going, my friend? Dano, good to see you, man. $56 awesome people watching. All right, Stu. 56 awesome people watching. 25 thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Just to watch this country boy fish on a cloudy day. And we are lucky enough in this park, if for one reason or another we don't start hooking up some fish, I can move about 50 feet down the shore. The only problem is I don't like to do it. This is the best spot. We're right in a corner. There's a street light in behind the car, and we're in a back. There's like a parking lot in behind us, so no one bothers us. There's nobody driving by. It's awesome. But if you know the lake, this is like a corridor. There's an island over here and another one to our right, and this is like a channel here where the fish come through. So it just happens sometimes they're not in the channel and you just gotta wait a little bit. Fishing's a waiting game. I mean, we're not fishing for crappie or perch here or bullhead where you're pulling one in every 5 minutes. We are fishing for pike and bass, so. Archaeology and Gold, Gail is here. Good to see you, Gail. We're just kind of chilling. No gold this week. I was just saying my concentrates are up at the camp and it's deer season, so the guys have their toy haulers blocking the shed. Brandon, good to see you, my friend. 3-pound bass is better than a no-pound bass, buddy. What's most important is that you got outside, and part of the title of the stream, as we were mentioning earlier, is it's all about mental health. And a big part of having good mental health, I believe, is getting outside. I mean, we're not in the sun, but I'm still getting some vitamin D and some fresh air. And we all know fresh air gives you better sleep, which is also conductive to much better mental health as well. Yo, Snag Bro, we're fishing for pike and bass today. Just threw the lines out about 5 minutes ago. Nothing yet, but oh, we're getting taps on the left rod. Or we were anyway. We'll keep an eye on that. So the rod on the left is my backup rod because my son closed the car door on my nice Daiwa. But the one on the right is a Quantum Graphics with a Quantum Array 2.0. That's my favorite fishing company. Quantum makes some really nice stuff for not a whole ton of money. I do have a nice fluger at home that cost me a small fortune. But these do the job. Joy-filled Jenny is in the house. Good to see you, Jenny. Jenny. That's true. I don't remember you being in any of my others, Jenny. That's awesome. Peas and carrots. At least the geese seem to be moving that way. Hey, Ringo, great to see you, buddy. Our pal Bob. I'll be live on Bob's panel tomorrow, Jenny. Yeah, Michigan. I run a Beagle, so yeah, I know, Daniel. I wish. I run a Beagle, so he's not as much of a water dog. He'll go right through them after a deer. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a crappy day, and I'm going to put up with it, searching for a purpose, and I'm going to be out here anyways. Well, not here. I'm going to be at a bigger lake just west of here. Yeah, he's great on the rabbits, great on the deer. Murder on the rabbits, holy smokes. But he can be a pain in the butt. Last year, anytime I take him out for a walk at home, I've got to have him on a leash. And I opened my back door, and I didn't have them leashed up last year, and there was 2 deer standing on my small pond, frozen pond in the backyard, and he just gone, bolted after those deer. It took me about 3 hours driving around in the truck to get him back. It was a real pain. Well, he's just doing what comes naturally to him, right? Chihuahua named Rambo. That's awesome. My beagle's name is Rigby. Oh, wow. Chesapeakes are gorgeous, man. Hey, fish angler. Good to see you. Welcome to the chat. So we are a little earlier. Usually the bite around here starts really good around 3. Doesn't mean we can't catch anything before then, obviously. It's just Myrtle Beach. Nice. There's not a chance I'm going to be able to pronounce your name, Mr. MK, but welcome to the chat. You guys get out this morning in real life? I didn't see you guys live. Usually I catch you live with coffee in the morning. Love my fishing, love my gold prospecting. When I'm not doing either of those things, I'm usually watching on YouTube, watching someone else do one of those things. Yeah, you got to do that for real life. Oh. Hey, Steel City, good to see you, buddy. Dirty 3530, welcome to the chat. Good to see you, buddy. Kind of like having my setup like this, because when I look to see you guys in the chat, I can see the rods. Hey, Leanne! Yeah, those geese are noisy, but, you know, part of nature. Mad monkeys. Canadian cobra chickens. Hey, Yogi, good to see you, buddy. It is definitely nature's soundtrack. I think, though, there's a park right over here. I think people feed them, too, which brings more and more of them in. I know they head south for the winter, but there's a certain select population of them that kind of just stays here until we get complete freeze up, and then they start to take off. Hoyt Smith, nothing yet. We've only been at this for, what, half an hour. We've only had the lines in 25 minutes. So we'll wait about another 5 minutes. The big bite around here only starts around 3:30, so... The other thing I do if it starts to get slow is I've got a rod in there with a bobber and about 3 inches out, 3 feet under the bobber of line. And I'll throw that out in case they're feeding at the surface. Right now we're running sinkers with our minnows just off the bottom. Only problem with running a bobber line is you really got to pay attention to it. It's also on a micro rod. I came pretty close to losing my rod yesterday. Should have brought the 12 gauge. I hear that a lot. One nice thing about these overcast skies and not a lot of wind is I can see my line. Hey, Danny the Stinger, Manny. Crappie, David, that's awesome. Down in Florida, you guys have some fantastic fishing, man. I can't really tell if they're graders or lessers, to be honest. To be honest with you, they're all flying jerky to me. $40 awesome people watching, 42 thumbs up. Appreciate everybody. We do have some rain in the forecast, so I don't think these clouds are going to clear off anytime soon. Yeah, Florida is awesome. What's my personal best what, Hoyt? Which species? Hey, Prairie Prospector, good to see you, buddy. I pulled some really, really nice bass out of here in the last 2 weeks. Bass are feeding really slow, but when you do get one, the ones that I've got have mostly been really nice. So Hoyt, what's my PB what? Pike, bass, porcupine? Searching for purpose. Yeah, geese. The problem with geese, if you're hunting them, is they appear so slow. My PB bass, I have close to the record for this county smallmouth. I have an 8.5 pounder, and the record is 9.2. Largemouth don't get as big down here because we have the winter. My personal best largie's only about 9 pounds. Have a good one, David. We're using live bait, so preppy. Minnows right now. When the bite is really on, I like to use spinner baits, but it's been really, really slow, so I've had a lot more luck with Minnows, just kind of a natural, slow presentation. Let them do their thing. And what time do we have here? 35 minutes in, so... Have I ever caught a shark? No, I've actually never been fishing in saltwater, to be honest. Well, I shouldn't say that. I've been fishing in British Columbia in salt and brackish water, but I've never fished like down south for sharks. Hey, MK. Hi from Canada. And good fishing to you as well, my friend. Have a good one, Hoyt Smith. Hope to see you later, buddy. I don't know if I'm not a big, well, I don't want to say it scares me, salt water, but it's definitely a whole different ball game. I'm not cold at all, Scotland. A little bit of a breeze, but it's 6 degrees Celsius here, so it's not terrible. That's right, Michigan. I'm in the same boat as you. I'm, obviously northeast of you, but... But yeah, Scotland's kind of hard to wear a toque and a big jacket and everything and not look cold, but I just don't want to get cold. All right, so we're about half an hour in. I'm gonna bring the minnows in, have a look, make sure all my live bait is looking lively, cast out, and see if we can hook something up. All right. So glad I reeled in there. That's live bait, Paul. So yeah, glad that I reeled in there. One thing that I did notice was I had the two minnows within probably 10 feet of each other, which, excuse me, pretty much defeats the purpose of using two rods if you're going to have two baits right on top of each other. Uncle Paul. Blue crab, we are fishing for pike and bass and the odd bullhead here. The dam is in the house. Bam! We are allowed to use floats. I was saying that a little bit earlier, Scotland. I'm in Ontario, Canada, Hoyt. But I was saying that earlier, Scotland is what I normally like to do is I'll wait, and if I'm not getting too many bites on the bottom, I'll throw one. I've got a rod all set up with a float and see if they're feeding closer to the surface. And it is a perfect day for floats. The water's nice and calm. The other day I wanted to try it, but I couldn't because I'd cast out, and 2 minutes later the bobber's floating right alongside the shore. So hey, old Pelon, how's it going, buddy? I like it here, Hoyt. Good hunting, good fishing. To be honest with you, January and February kind of suck, but other than that, Jimmy, how's it going, Jimmy? Get you wrenched up. Yeah, I had that problem, I think it was just before Halloween. I went to do my live and it just kept scrolling saying going live, going live, going live, but it would never actually go live. Stuart. The old 10-second timeout trick. Nice, Jimmy. All right, we're gonna give Hoyt a wrench here. Seems like a nice enough young man. Hoyt, I give you a wrench, only don't be timing people out. It's meant only. I do have Stuart as one of my managing moderators, but I give out wrenches now so that people can connect with each other. There's some really, really good channels in here. Stuart's especially. Jenny's very positive. You're from Wales, Paul. I didn't know that. Alabama Gold Prospect. How's it going, buddy? Not much up so far, to be honest with you. We just check baits and cast back out. We're not at the magic hour by any means yet. Wrenches, that's a moderator, Hoyt. So if you click now on one of the other channels in here, you can click go to channel. It'll take you to their channel. And if you want, you can subscribe and hook up. And it helps everyone grow their channels together. Having a quick gem sale today. There's a couple of folks, Stuart and Careless Whispers, have the ultimate wrenches in my channel that are there for, obviously Stuart connects to everybody, but they do other stuff as needed. Luckily, for the most part, we draw a pretty good crowd here, and not much negativity goes on. So, it's nice when the geese get a little bit quiet. Raymond, nothing yet. We've only been at this about half an hour. Hey, Rick, good to see you, buddy. Target species today, pizza, is pike and bass with a little side of bullhead, which happens once in a while too. Although we're not using worms or dough balls, so it has to be a pretty active bull and a decent sized bullhead to take a good sized minnow. Michigan, surprisingly, not a ton. I think I probably, on my calls, I've got about maybe 14 or 15 bands hanging, which may sound like a lot, but I mean, I've been hunting since I was 16, so. The thing with me when it comes to hunting is I like so much. I like upland, I like deer, I like waterfowl, rabbits. So I tend to mix it up all hunting seasons. Barry.
Pizza, pizza.
No, nothing overly special, Michigan, that I've looked up anyway. Hey, Carol, it's good to see you. Whipped cream, Miracle Whip. Yeah, let's not even go there today. I think we covered that topic extensively on Stewart's Live yesterday. Are you guys not sluicing right now, Careless? Jimmy, there are no walleye, but there is musky in here. Hey, Batgirl, good to see you. I will, in all honesty, Jimmy, it was a fun live, Stuart. Yeah, it's headed my ROA, Carol. It's supposed to be soaking tomorrow. Yeah, in all honesty, Jimmy, the odds on a muskie in this part of the lake are very, very slim. This is like a 3-lake system with dams, and I'm in the smallest of the 3. Tomorrow I'll be fishing the bigger lake where there's a lot more chance. Need an underwater drone. Well, that's the thing with fishing pike is I know like a few of these guys were on my stream live from the car the other day, and they just tend to move around. And when the bite gets good, it gets really good and it gets really intense. I couldn't keep up with 2 rods for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then it went dead, and then they came back and I got a couple more, then it went dead. It was really weird. So MC2C, we are fishing for bass and pike, and we are using live minnows on a sinker rig. We're about to shortly toss out a bobber float rig as well. Knuckle busting. Right now I am catching a cold, I think. Nothing yet, buddy. Again, we're not close to the magic hour yet. No flathead in here, Jenny. Bullhead, though. I don't even know if we have flathead up in Canada. I don't think so. We've got channel cats and sturgeon. Not in this lake, but about 20 minutes west of here, or south of here is the St. Lawrence. But yeah, that's the way it tends to go around here with the pike, especially is you'll sit here and it'll be quiet for half an hour, and all of a sudden, bam, one after the other, and then it gets quiet again. Import some flatheads. No, so a bullhead, Jenny, I mean, Stuart explained it really well on his live. I'm not a big cat fisherman, so I don't, but bullheads are the smallest of the catfish species. Like a big bullhead, that 3 pounds here is a big bullhead. They're also delicious. Exactly, Steel City, like a pack of wolves. They move in. The lake I'll be fishing tomorrow on Anything Is Possible's channel. When it gets to about 3:30 or so, you can see the pike in the shallows cruising. You can see their backs sometimes breaking the water. You can see bait fish jumping out. It's pretty neat. Hoyt Smith, my biggest buck, 10-pointer, dressed out, was 240 on the hook. It was a big deer. We don't get a ton of, all right, the antlers on our deer here in Ontario don't grow big, but we're known for having big-bodied deer, which is good if you're a meat eater like myself. Holy boat coop, a 5-pound bullhead would be massive, buddy. Yeah, they do have spines. I forget which one of there's is it the two on the sides or the one on the back that has a toxin in it, like a poison actually. Yeah, I know there's so in here, yellow and brown bullhead. In the lake that's one further down, we have black bullhead. And what's the other one? Is it blue? Can't remember the fourth one. All right, well, I'm gonna grab a sip of my coffee and a little bit of my cigar. And usually when I grab my coffee and I light up my cigar is when one of these lines go down. But after that, we're gonna throw a line out with a float as well. See if they're feeding near the surface. We may end up having to change our rigs. You never know, so. You'll see me run back into frame if something goes down. Hey, Anthony, good to see you, buddy. Let's get you wrenched up. There we go. So yeah, one of my favorite things to do is toss this guy around. That is a ultralight. It's only a 4-foot rod with a float on it. And believe me, you catch a 5-6 pound bass on that, you're in for a crazy few minutes. Bite's been slow, Wes, but we're nowhere near like I said, we're nowhere near the magic hour yet. But I like to set up a little early. Drives the geese off. Hey, Texas Donna's in the house. Welcome. I'm doing well. Haven't hauled anything in yet, but time will tell. We're about to rig this ultralight up with a bobber, see if they're feeding near the surface. I'm on the bottom right now. Only problem is I'm going to have to rig this throw this bobber line out a little to my right, so I'm not kind of tangled up in the lines that I've already got in, so I'm going to have to keep turning around to see it, but that's fine. Actually, you know what? Maybe, no, I'll rig it up where I want it. All right, we're 3 lines in, so we'll see. Oh, bobber just went down. That didn't take long. First fish on, guys. And he's run me over my line. Dang. All right, he spit the hook. But that wasn't in more than 2 minutes. We'll get that back out. Bobbers may be the ticket today. See if that whatever I had on slaughtered my minnow or not. He's still kicking. That didn't take long on the bobber at all. I have a line here that's gone completely slack. I'm gonna change that minnow on the bobber line. Whatever just hit that pretty much did it in. There we go. Perfect. Well, it'll be perfect if we get a fish on it. All right, where were we? Hey, Alaskan Assassin's in the house. How's it going, brother? Just had one on that ran me into the other line, and I lost it trying to horse it away. Ah, Heath. Everybody's an expert, eh, Heath? 1-800 feed a fish. I just fed a fish. Took off with my bait. "44 awesome people watching me. Watching this country hick fish. And listening to these geese making an awful racket. Have a good one if you're not around, Heath. Cheers, T.O. Nothing wrong with having some panning to do. Normally that's what I'd be doing on a Sunday, but all my cons are blocked. The shed is blocked back at the camp with toy haulers, and it's full of deer, which is not a terrible problem to have. Nice thing with that bobber rig is I can leave it sit for a little bit, bring it back, and I can cast it out over there as well. See what's around. Yeah, geese are really tough. I love goose jerky though. I mean, because jerky's meant to be tough, so. If you were making it with beef, I make it with eye round, which is really tough, and it is delicious. Yeah, that's what I'm running on the one rod, Steel City. Minnow under a float. Only problem with if you're running multiple rods with having multiple floats is they tend to drift into shore, and you're always messing around with them. This way, I can just mess with the one and have the other two out there, hopefully doing something. At least the water's nice and smooth. I can look back and see my bobber. PA, I just had one on the float rig, and it ran me into one of my other lines, so I tried to horse it back, and it ended up spitting the hook. But no big deal. What time are we now? 1 hour and 10 minutes. I started just around 10 to 2. We're about half an hour from the best bite time, so... That being said, I should shut my mouth so I don't jinx anything. Poison ivy from bushwhacking, yeah. That stuff sucks. Around here we have poison ivy. We got the poison parsnip too, and I'm actually really, really sensitive to the poison parsnip. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We leave that float rig another 5 minutes. Then I'll bring it in and I'll cast it out over here a bit, and I can move it around back and forth. Try and drum up some action. What I don't want to do is step on my float rod. Thanks, Danny. Yeah, what I don't want to do is step on my float rod. Junaid Shah, love from Skeeter. Skeeter is awesome. Oh no, that sucks, Steel City. That powerful sucks. Just had, I don't know if you guys will be able to just had one surface right over there. So we had in the last 10 minutes, we had the bobber rig go down, and we've had one surface. Thanks, just kidding, welcome. Cashmere, it's 1:38 in the morning, holy smokes. Yeah, woodpecker poison ivy's not good at all. Alright, we're going to bring that bobber rig in, and I'm going to toss it over this side a little bit where that one just surfaced, see if there's anything around there. Lines are looking good. It's all in the fish's hands now. Not too cold of a day, about 6 Celsius, so chicken, oi to yourself. Welcome. Rearranging your parts, Gil? I can't tell if those geese are laughing at me or not. Nothing yet, squirrel. I just had one on. It started running me towards my other line, so I had to try and horse it in, and it spit the hook. But yeah, I'll fix them. They fly out to the lake near my place where I can hunt. I'll fix them real good. Think they're cheering me on, Leanne? Let's hope so. Very dull day. Beautiful view, but dull day. Aquadonkey. Man, you're a brave man doing that kinkies, brother. Holy smokes. Christina Payne, good to see you. Let's get you a ranchman. Yeah, that kinkies ball mill stuff is not gold, is not for the faint of heart. That's one of those bags that you think you're done with it, and you always rerun it and you find more, and then you rerun it and you find more. And it's usually not worth going after, but you got to keep going after it anyway. West Virginia. Nice, just kidding. I saw Vendetta do that kinkies dry. That sounds really bad. Yeah, there's a train station just east of us, Jenny. Let's move that bobber rig around. Well, all my minnows are minnowing nicely, so it's all in the fish's hands now. YouTube really needs to fix this. Chat keeps freezing. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of like that here, Alaskan, with the cackles. Then every once in a while you get that one that just laughs at you. Yeah, that's what I have to keep doing, Jenny, is keep switching in between top chat and all chat. It's a pain, but not the end of the world. First world problems, as they say. There's one just over here to our left that keeps kind of surfacing and cruising around. I know from fishing experience that if I go after it and start trying to cast over there, it never does any good. If anything, it just scares them off. Monkeys in the Everglades. Jeez. Alaskan, what a legend. Stogie fun. That'll get you 10 entries, buddy, into the big draw, which will probably be within the next 3 weeks or so. Sorry I was late on that. Again, chat. There we go. Speaking of stogies, I'm going to go have a couple of hauls off mine. That usually gets the action going. If the pole goes down, someone yell at me, all right? Bobber down, guys. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, man, it's tough on this microlight, though. She's running. It's a northern. 6-pound line, I don't want to horse it. See if we get a bank flip here. Success. All right, guys. There we go. We're on the board. Look at that bad boy. Beautiful fall colors on that. I'll take it. Give that a nice little yeet back in the water. It's sitting right there. It doesn't even know it's free yet. That pike is not hurt at all. It's just sitting right there. Let me see if I can get that for you guys. He's just sitting right there being cheeky. Doesn't even know he's free yet. I'm gonna give him the old fishing rod poke. Oops. Hey, get moving, you. Scare off all your buddies. Just sitting there chilling out. I'll get back, tying on a minnow, and then he's gonna freak out and scare the crap out of me. Hate it when they do that. There we go. We are on the board. And of course my chat died again. Hey, Pike, good to see you, buddy. Thanks, Jenny. Yeah, I'm looking right at him. He's just sitting there chilling, breathing, not doing anything. Contemplating the mistakes he's made in his pike life. All right, I better get another minnow on this and get that back out there. Not a monster, probably about 3 pounds, but tons of fun on that ultralight rod. There we go. And yeah, I agree. That guy just wants to become fish tacos or something. He's in shock. I don't think he's in shock because he was trying to take my hand off when I was... And just like that, I don't see my bobber anymore, guys. This could be a back-to-back. There we go. There's number 2, guys. Always the way it goes. Another northern. This one's a little smaller, but man, the colors on it are awesome. All right, guys, northern number 2 on the board. I'm gonna throw this guy on top of the other guy and they'll both take off. They're both gone. They own 2. I just turned around to look at that first pike and it's see if it had taken off yet, and the bobber went down when I wasn't looking. Natalie, yeah, well, I mean, I've kind of shifted my, first of all, good to see you, buddy. I kind of shifted the stream because we don't have the daylight anymore, right? We lost one and the fishing was slow, and then I just slammed 2 back to back. So that just happened. There we go. Another minnow rigged up. Let's see if we can do some damage. Honestly, the bobber rig may be the way to go. I don't want to jump to any conclusions yet, but all right, see if I can sit down on my bucket for a minute here. Not a bad problem to have. So yeah, that was 2 real quick. Get out of here. And my damn chat just keeps freezing constantly. Using Shiner minnows, Alaskan. Justin's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Creed Gardner's in the house. Good to see you too. Let's get you guys some wrenches. You fishing with us, guys, on Bob's tomorrow? But yeah, those are Shiner minnows. I trap them in the creek near my place. Free bait. So far, bobbers definitely seem to be the play. So yeah, Creed, we got 2 northerns on the board in the space of about 5 minutes. Blistering Barnacles in the house, good to see you. Tomcat and Josh, good to see you as well. Oh, bummer, Justin. Life sucks sometimes, buddy. It's, you know, one of the topics in my streams that I want to talk about lately is mental health, because we're getting that time of year where, you know, Christmas is coming. People have to worry about that. It's Veterans Day. The weather's kind of gloomy, man. Keep your chin up. There's a big pike right under there, cruising underneath the tree. I could see his ripples. He's cruising back and forth over here. That's just a cheap Amazon lapel mic, buddy. Yeah, the receiver for the mic plugs into the back of the ear jack of your phone, and you just connect the two. That's right, Leanne, absolutely. If you're feeling bad, talk to somebody. Any catfishing tips? I'm not a great big catfisherman, to be honest with you. The only thing I do know for fishing them a little is stink works. So anything that really stinks, garlic oil, anise, the spice in your oil works as well. All depends too what species of catfish you're going after. All this work to set up these two here, and the two that we did catch, and the one hit that we lost, all 3 of them were on the microlight on a bobber. Yeah, you got a good channel, Justin. Keep plugging away at it and you'll definitely get there. Definitely check out, if you like fishing, check out Thunderstruck. You've been Thunderstruck? Awesome. Old Rotten Shrimp, absolutely, Aqua. Bluegill work, cut bait. So bluegill actually makes, in my opinion, the best cut bait. And the bigger catfish like the heads the most, which is weird. One just surfaced underneath the rods. I don't know if you guys could make out those ripples. There's some feeding over there towards the island. Still waiting for a takedown on one of these rods. I spent all that time setting up. Oh. Put a pretty big minnow on that bobber rig, and it's actually walking my bobber around, which is a good thing. My biggest fish, Kind of depends. My biggest personal best fish, I would say, was a 36-pound musky. I've caught bigger fish, like I've caught carp in the 40-pound range in that, but we'll say that's my best fish. How's that? Problem with that microlight rig is I can't, actually I'm taking up half the screen here. Problem with that microlight rig is I can't really horse anything with it. It's so light, which I guess is its purpose, but and then it's only got 4-pound test line on it, so doing the whole bank flip thing is difficult too. How much do I fish on a daily basis? It all depends what time of year. I've been getting out a lot lately. Notice in the title of the stream I bring up mental health, and much like many people, this time of year is really tough on me. I'm an outdoors person. I like to prospect. I like to be outside as much as possible. And so lately I've been fishing 4 or 5 days a week. I don't normally get out that much, but it's the beauty of it. I'm actually self-employed, so I can afford to do that, but I know obviously that doesn't apply to everybody, but bobber's not going down, but it's motoring around pretty good, I can tell you that much. Atta boy, Madeline. Nice, Glenn. Good for you, buddy. I got my adult beverages before I set up my rods. Big brain. Welcome back, Dan. We got 2 northerns on the bank so far, buddy. I'm not ready to re-rig all my line. We missed one right away. I'm running on a 3rd rod. I've got a float rig down there with the minnow about 2-3 feet under the surface, and that seems to be where they're cruising for the feed right now. So these rods haven't had any action, unfortunately, and we're gonna lose daylight, so I don't have time to bring everything in and cut the sinkers off and re-rig, and I've only got so many floats and I can only keep up with so many floats, so keep running as is. I'll be moving that float rod around shortly. Yeah, Danny, absolutely. Fantastic people in here. I'm blessed to have such a good crew coming into my lives. 82 likes. Holy smokes, man. Haven't even been live for 2 hours yet. But the lake is like a sheet of glass. It's awesome. The geese have moved on. So nice and quiet without them. I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm going to move that float rig. At Lake Superior, Aqua, that's something else, man. That place gets choppy. Well, you guys can't see it, but I know I've got a big lively minnow on there, but that float is just moving around in circles. I'm half waiting for it to go down. I don't know for sure that something doesn't have it and it's just cruising the surface. I'm gonna wait 2 minutes. I was gonna get up and move that, but I'm gonna wait. No, let's bring you guys over. I don't know if you'll be able to make that float out. Can you guys kind of make that float out on the screen at all? Just the minnow doing minnow things, I guess. That is one active minnow. That's good. That was an absolutely horrid cast. 2 out of 10 on that cast. I'm going to get that casted out better. Minnow's looking good and lively. Money. Right there where I casted that float out is where that pike was cruising, so we'll just kind of leave that sit there to do its thing. It can go down anytime soon. We'll move back to the old bucket because I'm going to check these guys, check these rods, make sure my minnows are still kicking. We're just now hitting the prime hour, so you guys can make out the rod tips. Good. Oh, Julie. Hang on, I'll scroll up, see what Julie had to say. Julie doesn't have a wrench. We'll give Julie a wrench. Maybe that was the message. There we go. But yeah, if you... Feel free to post again if that wasn't it, Julie. Ah, there you go. It's quiet out, but I can see them feeding here and there. Anyway, let's get these minnows checked, make sure they're still alive. They're minnowing. That's a verb, right? Minnowing. This one's covered in weeds, which is never a great sign. Oh, he's really lively. He's still good. There we go. Oh, I just scared a pike out from under the weeds. It was sitting right here. And this one's got weeds on it too. That's what happens if you don't bring them in often enough. They swim into the weeds and they just sit there. Whoa! Oh, that's a big hit. Phew! Another scrappy northern. Oh. Number 3, guys. He gone. All right. Now, where are we? I'll be right with you guys. Let me get some lines back out in the water. I was just trying to pull the weeds off of this guy. The other one I just casted went down. And this guy's half dead. We'll swap him out. We'll throw him right out here. You never know, something cruising may take him right off the top if he flops around a little. Yeah, that was yeet number 3, Glenn. I tell you, that guy was a lot smaller than he felt on the line. I mean, not a terrible fish, but man, he scrapped. There we go. Whew. All right, and get the other one set up. Fishing can be a lot of work for a hobby sometimes. But we're definitely into the magic hour, that's for sure. It's a good thing I got my trap set up too. Go through a lot of minnows at this rate. All right. Ugh. And we'll get the bobber rig. Cast it out a little further. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. 3 on the bank. Don't eat me, I'm the hot dog man. Good to see you, hot dog man. Oh, float just went down. Could be number 4. Oh yeah. Another band. That minnow didn't last long. Come on. I grabbed my pliers. He didn't take it too deep, but it's in an awkward spot. There's number 4, guys. He on. I have a funny feeling that bobber's not going to stay up for long, guys. Pike got me too. All right, so where are we? Joseph's in the house, welcome. Crash is in the house, welcome. Had a really slow start, and now all of a sudden we're stacking them up like cordwood. Yeah, Danny, let's just say that was Heinz ketchup. Oh, there goes the bobber again. Can we bank flip number 5, folks? Oh, no, he spit it. He spit it. He won that one. Took off with the minnow. Dropping Heinz ketchup from my fingers all over my minnow pail. No, he got out of the way. No, we're not counting that one, Glenn. That's 2 that got it. Well, I count the ones that got off 2. I say that I lost 2 and got 4 so far. Where's those rods? How does this work? Might have to move the minnow pail. There we go. There's the rods. I'll just move my butt into place. probably be easier that way. Oh, I'm a YouTuber. All right, there we go, guys. Ooh. Fish aren't giving me enough time to keep my cut from stopping to bleed. So we bank flipped 4 and lost 2. Not bad. That's actually pretty good. That little micro light is so light that it's really, really hard to get that really good solid hook set on. Bam! Anyfin is here. Can't wait for that striper video, buddy. So anyfin, we had 6 BAMs total so far. And two of those 6 ended up being dams and got off, and I bank flipped 4. Have a good one, Careless. Good luck with your life. Oh, bobber down. Bobber down. It's coming in toward me. Dummy. Bam! Now do we get a bank flip out of this guy? Not a big one, but putting up a good scrap. Oh yeah, bank flip. Beautiful colors. There is number 5. A little bit of soil on it. Ever heard anything? Yeet. I have a feeling that minnow's a goner, but we'll give her a check. We'll give the minnow a health check anyways. Yeah, he's not looking too healthy. We'll swap it out. All right. Again, where were we? Anthony, I'm using circle hooks which actually, on these two, the circle hooks are ideal because I'm running a sinker. The one with the bobber on it has a circle hook, which is not ideal at all, but seems to be working regardless. Frankly speaking, I'm the top dog. See what you did there, hot dog man. That joke was the worst. So 4 out of the 5 fish that we bank flipped came off that bobber rig, which tells me I should have been using bobber rigs this whole time, but keeping up with multiple bobber rigs is a real pain. What time is it there? It is currently, well, I've been live 2 hours, 21 minutes, 4:21. When I stabbed my finger trying to dig in that pike's mouth for that one hook, they have this sharp row of teeth that runs down the top of their mouth. And they're like little razor blades, and the thing hasn't stopped. I haven't had time to get it to stop bleeding yet. Right on, P8 Outdoors couple. Always the best time of day. That bobber wants to go again. So no monsters and no bass today, but definitely some good scrappy little fish, that's for sure. First one was probably the biggest, and that was only about 4 pounds, so. Bonfire Works, my merch is through Spreadshirt, and I get my stickers through Sticker Mule. I don't sell stickers on Spreadshirt or anything like that because they're just too expensive to buy. I don't want people spending. I'd rather pay to ship someone a sticker for free than have them spend $8 to get one of my stickers. So annoying having to switch the chats all the time. I used Spreadshirt PA Outdoors couple. And like I just designed my logo or whatever, I designed the shirts that I wanted to put up there, and then linked the store to YouTube, and it was pretty simple. It all just works from there. And I don't have to do anything, and when people buy my merch, they send me a check once a month. Yeah, you have some pretty nice stickers, Alaskan. I really liked yours. Yo, Hobo Rob is in the house. Get you a wrench, buddy. Let me see. 3 more likes to 100. Holy smokes. I don't think I've ever got 100 likes on a stream before. My streams are normally only 2 hours long, though, on the weekends, so. I may be medley. I haven't, to be honest, I've been so busy fishing and stuff that I haven't. And then we're in the middle of whitetail season, but I'll definitely look at it, pal. That'd be a good one for me to do on a Sunday live. All right, that minnow's nice and lively with the bobber over there. At least I think that's the minnow. Yeah, just the minnow moving around. I'm gonna give it a second and see if my pike bite is, it's bleeding a little bit. I want to get these two brought in, check the minnows, and throw them back out. Hot dog man. Oh, well, that's going to bleed a while. Dad noises. Yes, sir. The Edmund Fitzgerald. I think Aqua Donkey brought up Lake Superior a minute ago, and it's been stuck in my head ever since. Hey, Terry. Welcome, buddy. Buttered sausages in the house. Telling us all about what he is, what he does, what he's doing. Get it out of my face. $100 likes. Thanks, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you. Ended up being a fantastic afternoon with you guys. Started off, the action for the fish started off real slow, and then bam. Unfortunately, normally this is the time of day when we be enjoying a spectacular sunset over the lake, but this wasn't meant to be. Buttered sausage had to go. Aw. Rude is in the house. Good to see you. Seen you around the community before. We'll wrench you up. You can connect around. Oh, bobber down. Bobber down. Bam! That's a little guy. Grab the pliers for this guy. Not that he took it too deep, but easy peasy. There we go, guys. Number 6. Yeet. I'm bleeding like a stuck pig, but the pike is fine. Ugh. It's okay. Like, I had one I should have been not lazy on and ran and got the pliers, and I paid the price for it. So they're just little tiny cuts, but they're like razor blades, those pike teeth. So definitely, based on what we've seen today, the surface rig was the play, the bobber rig. Man, he bit that minnow right in half almost. Do. All right. Two lost, 6 on the bank. That's an awesome afternoon. Considering it was really slow earlier, I'll take it. Well, that was a terrible cast on the bobber rig, though. I'm going to recast that. That's going to bother me sitting there with it. All right, that cast was money. Much better. Hey, Georgianne, welcome. Bass Fishing with Paul, welcome as well. Recognize both of you guys, especially Georgianne. Good to see you, Georgianne. Attaboy, PA Outdoors. It's Miller time. Well, mind you, he owns a brewery. I'm sure he's not drinking that Miller junk. Georgianne, you legend, you didn't have to do that. That gets you entries into the big gold giveaway, of course. Thank you so much, Georgianne. I appreciate you. But you knew that. You knew I appreciate you. No worries, Paul. Did I miss Justin sending me a... Justin, you shouldn't be doing that, buddy. For a Band-Aid. Justin, you're awesome, buddy. Terry, they ordered the wrong tires. I got there and they ordered the wrong size. So we're cruising in the caddy again today. Thank you for that, Glenn. I would have felt terrible if I missed Justin's chat. Oh, it's all right, Terry. Not like I'm doing any off-roading, so never hurts to ride around in style a little bit, eh? Yeah, crazy. The deeper minnow rigs with this flat water aren't doing anything. Hey, Virgil Ward, welcome. EJ Moore, hello. Good to see you guys. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, what's gonna happen? Well, first off, Justin, I'm not fast enough to keep up with 3 floats. And what happens is they end up with the minnow action, they end up crossing each other, and it just gets to be a pain. I would, if it was earlier in the day, you are absolutely right though, I would go down to running 2 rods, both with floats on them. Nope, bobber down. Could this be number 7? Oh, he's running too. He spit it, but I don't think he felt the hook there. Give it 5 seconds. The bobber resurfaced. He was running with it, but he spit the hook, and I never really set it, so he didn't feel it. Give it 5 seconds, see if he circles back. If not, we'll get her casted back out. He could have also taken the minnows, so. Yeah, he stripped the minnow. So he never had it by the shank of the hook at all. I won't even count that as a missed fish because I never actually had the hook set in him. It's a good thing I trapped my minnows for free instead of paying for them, because this would have been an expensive day. Almost number 8 there. Oh, that noise. Well, what's EJ up to? Hey, Melithian's in here. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, there's some spam. We're all about the baloney on this channel. My day record, I fished pike one day out in Lancaster, Ontario in the St. Lawrence. What I will tell you is we lost count. I lost count when between myself and my dad, we had like 60 or 70 fish in the boat, and all of them were small. All of them, not one of them weighed more than 3 pounds. They were all small pike, but they were like one right after the other. In fact, the guy my dad and I were fishing with that day, he came out just to sit in the boat. He wasn't even a fisherman, but he wanted to go out in the boat, and he brought a sandwich, like a sub. And this thing was massive. This guy, like he must have used like a loaf of French bread to make the sub to go out fishing. We were laughing that his sub was bigger than the fish we were catching that day. But those ones we've pulled in recently, other than that first one that was around 4 pounds, have been like 2-3 pounders. And I'm throwing these really, really big minnows on, hoping to narrow it down to bigger fish, and the small guys are just hungry. Yeah, there is lots of pike here. I was mentioning earlier, Danny, this is a 3-lake system. There's the massive lake, which is up near my house, but you can only get on it by boat. Then there's the big lake, what I call the big lake, which is a lot bigger than this one. And this is like a kind of a, well, it's bigger than a pond, but it's not quite like a big lake. But the bigger lake has the bigger pike. But all 3 of these are loaded, and the bigger lake, as well as the great big massive lake, have musky in them as well. Be right back, guys. You guys can't really make it out, but I can barely see my bobber down there. Hey, Ken Big Fishing. Fishing's been good. It was slow to the start, but we got 7 on the bank now. And it should start, to be honest with you, start slowing down soon. The night bite will kind of come to an end, and that'll be it. If it hasn't already, but we'll see. We just had one a few minutes ago, so. Catching northern pike, Ken Big. I love fishing this spot. We're in the, you guys can see how the rods are all lit up. I'm in the corner of a parking lot, so there's a street light in behind us. Oh, that sucks, PA. It's going to rain tomorrow. I'm going to fish tomorrow with Bob anyway. We're supposed to get it, well, I mean, if the weather's halfway accurate, we're supposed to get a break from 10 till about 3 o'clock. Doesn't mean it's actually going to happen or coincide the way I want it, but it's going to be cold and rainy. I'm going to throw on the old long johns. This is the time if I was staying out there, I would have, like pulling an all-nighter, I would have brought some bait for bullhead for sure. Some night crawlers or... My bobber's kind of coming across from my right to my left, like that minnow's trying to get out of dodge for some reason. It is a cool name, definitely. Starting to spit rain a little bit here. No big deal. But it is really dark. I can't see my bobber with beans. Time we've been on 3 hours. We'll give it another 15 minutes and see what happens. If the bite gets nuts, we'll give it another however long it takes. I didn't know that. I know of those two bands, and I didn't even know they were the same band. That's crazy. No walleye in this lake, Ken Big fishing, but we are near the St. Lawrence River. Lots of walleye there, and the Raisin River where they run up. Walleye are my favorite eating fish. On the bright side, I've stopped bleeding. That's good. You guys don't want to see what this rag looks like. Ooh. PA Brew News. You know what? If I hauled in another big pike and I got another couple cuts, wouldn't break my heart. Thanks, Tomcat. Josh. Still 16 hanging out. We went through a pretty furious spree there, reeling them in. As always, that's the way the pike bite goes. It just comes and they hammer it and it slows right down. They do say the bigger ones like to feed at the first hour of darkness, but I don't know. That's not been my experience, but
yeah, it's like remember the roulette table? It's like that, but like with shot glasses. There's just like 16 or 18 shot glasses with a couple numbers on each one. Sometimes it's 2 numbers, sometimes 2. And then you pick a number.
Listening and crocheting, Julie. I was complimenting Justin on his beanie yesterday. You do a great job. I just buy mine. I've actually got another 7-footer rod like this one here. I ordered on Amazon there on clearance. Awesome rods, cork handle, graphite, full graphite blank. 7-footer for $31 Canadian, hard to beat. The Rasta Beanie Man. Is it the brown one? I really like it. Whatever it was, I really liked it. And I'm Canadian, so if anyone knows the value of a good beanie, it's me. Yeah, PA, I was impressed. I don't know if you guys have them on clearance in the States. It's called a Quantum Graphics, if you want to look it up. So I'm really, really impressed with it. It had some bad ratings for breakage, but when I actually looked at the ratings, all of the bad ones were Amazon's fault. It was people saying that it arrived broken. So, you know, you're gonna, when they send it, I will say when they sent it, I was shocked. They sent the rod in a great big box and just kind of rattling around. So I could see that happening. Plus, a lot of people that fish creeks and stuff like that aren't used to a 7-foot rod, where they got to watch where the tip is going and watch where it is when they're putting it in the car and stuff like that. Oh, left rod's looking sus. Watch that left rod, guys. Right rod on your screen. Look like bullhead bites. Bam! What was that I was saying about bullhead bites? That's a nice one too. There we go, guys. Nice cheeky black bullhead. You go. Yeet. Yeah, this is where the time of night, if I had night crawlers, I could just be hammering bullhead like that, left, right, and center, which I might do one of these days. I'll get that in a minute and I'll check the bobber rod because I can no longer see my bobber anymore. Hey, freaking awesome's here. Let me get you a wrench, buddy. There we go. Pickles barbecue in the house. There we go, Pickles. There we go. There. Hey, Underground, good to see you. Not too bad out there. Not as warm as yesterday, that's for sure. Yeah, 107 thumbs up. Been a good day. Good day of fishing. Good day of YouTubing, if that's a thing. Yeah, they do sell them, and I should think about buying one, Underground. I do buy good bobbers. I buy the balsa floats. I don't run those cheap red and white jobbies. I've never had great luck with them. All right, let's check that bobber line. Hey, Crazy Mitch, man, I haven't seen you in forever. Let me get you a wrench, buddy. Good to see you, man. Definitely, if I had night crawlers, I'd be pulling in Bullhead all over the place right now. Yeah, dynamite works surprisingly well, or maybe unsurprisingly well. Yeah, work sucks. Work does tend to get in the way of our fun, that's for sure. It's a reason work is a 4-letter word. That little red rod's getting knocks again. Mentally, we're not terrible. Like we have years where we get a lot of snow, but we're not terrible here. I mean, I guess it's all relative. I used to live in the Laurentians in Quebec, and we used to get 3-4 feet of snow in a winter. I would say here in an average winter, maybe 2 feet at most. Cheers, Leanne. Great to see you. Thanks for swinging by. Appreciate it. We're going to wrap it up in about 13-14 minutes anyway. That'll be 3.5 hours live. Been a great day in the end. We were really slow at the start, but business picked up and we ended up with 8 fish on the bank, so we can't really argue with that. Plus the 2 that I missed would have been 10. I got to get the 243 out and start thinning the coyotes around here, Terry. There's something fierce at night around my place. Yeah, I have a 223 as well. I like the 223. It's a great round, perfect round for coyotes. But my 243 is a Ruger M77 compact, and it's just if I'm hunting in any kind of snow, that's the kind of my go-to. Lots of hogs. Been years since I've shot a hog. I used to work for FedEx, and they'd send me down to Texas, Fort Worth area, and I'd go on. I'd book hog hunts if I was down there for multiple weeks, which is a dirt cheap hunt if you like to book hunts. Yeah, Terry, I reload as well, so I have tons of... Well, I shouldn't say. All my guns got lost in a canoeing accident, but I used to have several M77 rifles. Love them. You like that one, Medley? Quick save there, quick save. Don't know why I was carrying all those guns in that canoe that day. It was terrible. I do a little of both, Terry. Up at my camp, we run dogs as well, which is harder than people would think. The woods here are super, super thick in Eastern Ontario. .270 is a nice flat shooting round. I like it. My go-to for deer and stuff, and even moose around here and north of here is a .358 Winchester. I've got a Ruger M77 Mark I chamber, short carbine chambered in .358 Winchester. There was only 250 of them made, and it's in absolute mint condition. I'm going to bring that bobber rig in because there's not a chance in hell I'm even going to see that bobber go down, if it's not down already. Wishful thinking. I like to bring their bobber rig in. We got one on the bobber rig. Had no idea, couldn't see it. Not feeling very big, that's for sure. And of course I went over my line. There we go. And he took the minnow off for me. Perfect. All right, guys, number 9 on the day. Nice little northern. Bigger than I thought he was. I was still not a big fish, but yeah, I just can't see that bobber go down, and she was obviously down. We will put that hook in the holder for tomorrow. It's a good thing with those circle hooks that they hook themselves. Nine on the bank and 2 that I missed. They're definitely feeding near the surface today, though, that's for sure. Those 17 HMR are really fun, Mitch. I like those little rifles. I've got one of those Savage bench shooter, or I had one until I flipped the canoe. In 17 HMR. Yeah, those damn canoes are so tippy. Smallest round, well, they do go pretty fast. I lost all my tannerite in the canoe accident as well. Never transport all your valuables in the same canoe. All right, we're gonna bring in the 7-footer now, I think, because I was tangled in it and it could be just sitting in the weeds anyways. Oh. Hey, Kim, a friend of Ringo's is a friend of mine. Let's get you a wrench so you can connect around. We're only going to be live for about another 10 minutes or so. We're down to one rod. Action got really, really hot and slowed down, but we did pull in 9 fish and missed 2 today, so can't really complain about that. Some really nice pike. Nothing huge, but still fun. Really hoping to go live at some point from my ice hut. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, Mitch, touch wood, we haven't had any real snow. I was out here doing this last Tuesday or Wednesday, I think, during the day, and I was getting pelted with ice pellets, but we haven't had any snow yet. Have a good one, Mentally Corrupted. Really appreciate you as always, pal. Nice thing though about when the evening comes is the geese shut up. $15 watching, 110 likes. Awesome. Awesome. Appreciate all of you. Plus I stopped bleeding, which is great. Jamaican, good to see you. Get you a wrench, buddy. We're just actually wrapping up, but we managed to haul in 9 pike and a black bullhead today. We'll stay alive about another 5 minutes though. No worries, Jamaican. Anytime. $44 pounder, that's a beauty. Main girl. Coming in right at the end, you missed all the fun. Put 9 pike and a bullhead on the bank today. We did not get that sunset that we had the other night, unfortunately. It's actually raining here right now, but no biggie. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's pouring. I got a Carhartt on, so it's that heavy cotton duck fabric, and I'm running like a lapel mic, so it probably sounds worse than it is, but it's starting to come down pretty good. I do have 6 beautiful German blondes in the back of the car for later. That's what I dig about you, main girl. You're always into that chill vibe. That's me. I like, well, as you know, except for when I start getting into the music, then I'm not usually chill anymore. I forget what ASMR stands for, Justin. It's like chill, relaxing stuff. We'll say it's Spanish. Audio sensory mucho relaxo. How's that? I just made that up. I do think it is audio sensory though. Michael, how I see it. Good to see you, buddy. We're just shutting down in about 5 minutes or so. We had 9 pike and a bullhead on the bank today. It was a good day. Started off really, really slow. Yeah, let's go with that, eh, main girl? So, Maine, I like that you love the Dropkick Murphys. Huge Dropkick Murphys fan here. I live in Celtic country, so my kind of music. Went with the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones on the last short. No worries, Mitch. I was glad to see you. Great that you swung by. I did, and I replied to it, Michael, with my email. It's allthingscountry74@gmail. allthingscountry74@gmail. But yeah, my last short, I switched over to the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones for something a little different, but I think for tomorrow's short, we'll go with the Dropkick Murphys again. Actually, we're going to go with my favorite Dropkick Murphys song. which is actually my favorite Dropkick Murphys song, is a little bit about Boston, but it's not the one you'd be shipping out to Boston, is a fantastic tune. My last short, which was the one that I went with? Johnny, I Hardly Knew You was my last short. And I tried to time my hook set to the drums and guns part. Do you, man? I'll have to look for it. One of my favorite, if not my favorite song, definitely I think my favorite Dropkick Murphys song. That'll be the one on my short tomorrow. It's their version of Black Velvet Band. I actually absolutely love that tune. Now I got the pipes in my head. I can write upside down freaking awesome. Not everyone knows how to do that. Ever since you did that, I figured out how to do it and did it in a few streams just to freak people out. And it does sometimes. A lot easier to do when you're on a laptop. I like some country music. It's all in how you grew up, right? I grew up with a lot of old timers that listen to the older country music like Merle Haggard and Johnny Cash and stuff like that. And I kind of enjoy that stuff. Sometimes, like to a limit. Depends on my mood. Yeah, I'm adjusted on that. I mean, I will make a couple of exceptions. I kind of like Luke Combs, just because I really enjoy his voice. But for the most part, I don't really like newer country music. No, it's not. Or it feels like anymore, it feels like people are trying to be, trying so hard to be country that it's not country anymore. I hunt and I fish and I drive a pickup truck. That's kind of my life. I don't need some city boy singing about it all the time. Yeah, that was my rant for today. So, Michael, on shorts, you can use pretty much any music without it being copyrighted if you keep it down under a minute. Mean Girl beat me to it. There you go. On full-length videos, long-form content, you can't. Or during a live stream, which really sucks. Writing upside down got you banned? Why? It's all in fun. It's all good. And even on some long form, if you're not monetized, some artists, actually most artists now let you use it. They just take all your money. Not that I'm making a fortune off this stuff, but I don't know, man. I've never gotten a copyright on a live myself because most of my lives are like this, kind of out here and chill, and I don't, which is unfortunate because I'd love to be playing music for you guys, but Yoslo is my youngest. Emmett, what's for supper tonight? I don't know what's for supper tonight. Might make some spaghetti, who knows? supper, dinner, it's all the same. That being said, I mean, unless you're some super popular YouTuber, honestly, a good video for me is 3,500 views and I make like $2 off of it. So I don't really sweat it too much anyways. Attaboy, Michael. I really appreciate you, buddy. You're such a champ. Michael's a massive channel supporter of mine. And hopefully the email works this time so I can send you some stickers and stuff. So across there, those lights you're seeing, that is actually the hospital. Which if I would have kept bleeding from all those pike bites, probably would have been a spot I would have had to go. I won't show you what this rag looks like. It's kind of gross. But yeah, that's the hospital back over there where you guys see the lights. Oh, my lithium on my finger is fine. Those pikes, those pike bites, they're like little razor blades, right? So you get a little tiny nick and it just bleeds forever. So I'll get it home and soak it in some alcohol or peroxide. I actually got a few of them. That's why it was bleeding so badly. Have a good one, Michael. Cheers, buddy. Much love to you as well. Take care of yourself. All right. Let's bring that last line in because it's not doing much of anything. We'll chill for a little bit. Everyone seems to be chatting amongst themselves, which is awesome. There we go. Holy smokes, stuff happened. Oh my god. Welcome, freaking awesome. And thanks for all those gifts. You're a legend, buddy. $4 for Band-Aids now. I was up and busy and I missed all that. There you go. No X in sec. Well, all right, guys, we've been chilling for almost 4 hours now. It was a good day on the fish. Started off super slow. I was worried because I've never been skunked on a live stream yet, and well, we weren't disappointed. No, Emmett Gavin's not working. He's with I think Laura's over today. But yeah, folks, I want to thank everyone for coming. We piled them up pretty good today. 9 fish, and I lost 2. So we could have reached double digits, but no worries. 9 nice pike and a black bullhead. Great group of people in chat today. I had a ton of fun, which is to me the most important thing, and actually really why I do this in the first place. Have a good one, Terry. So again, I want to thank everyone for coming. And one of the themes we talked about it a bit earlier was for this stream was mental health. So, Gav's a simp. So that's one of the things. Anyway, I'm not a professional, guys, but if you need help, reach out to somebody. If you know someone that may need help that you haven't heard from in a really long time, reach out and just check out and see how they're doing. Thanks, Justin. Appreciate you, pal. I'll see you on Bob's tomorrow, whether you're on panel or not. Yeah, definitely reach out. And if you're stuck, reach out to me. My email's on my page. I'm not professional, but we could talk it out, and maybe I can help you find the help that you need or the right person that you need to talk to, right? So we all need help from time to time, and it takes a bigger person to admit it than to deny it, right? So with all due respect to anyone that's suffering, you don't have to suffer alone. That's the biggest point I'm trying to make. There you go. There's Glenn. Glenn's a good guy. Fantastic channel supporter. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to have a few cold beers and figure out something for supper. Probably spaghetti. Main girl, you legend. Love you, main girl. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support. And for being such a cool friend to the channel and to all the other channels out there. Watch for my short tomorrow. It should be dropping. I'll probably schedule it to drop around 9 a.m. Little drop kick Murphy's action for you. I want to thank everyone for coming. Cheers. And we'll catch you on the next adventure. Tight lines, guys. Have a good one.